This week's video is about thoracic mobility. So our thoracic spine is the portion of the spine where our ribs come around and connect in the back. And it's the least mobile of the three areas of our spine. The other is the cervical spine and the lumbar spine. But just because it isn't as mobile as those parts, that doesn't mean that we want it to be completely immobilized. But for a lot of people, it does become very immobilized in their life. And that means that breathing is compromised and there's compression in the discs that are in the back, in the thoracic spine. It's a place where we'll see spinal fractures in the elderly. So we want to do some work to mobilize this part of the body. And I'm going to show you an exercise that's it's gentler than some, but you will still feel this in your body. So you may want to do a little bit of movement, like a sun salutation sequence or something, before you try this out. You're going to want to use your half foam roller, and what we're going to do is come onto the back. And if you're a woman doing this, you're going to want to put basically right where your bra strap is on the center of the foam roller, and we're going to work our way up the thoracic spine to just below where the top T1 is, where it meets the bottom of the cervical spine. You don't want to go onto where the T1 and C7 meet, but stay below that. So come onto your back, and you're going to just put this right where your bra strap is, and then you're going to hold your head in your hands, and you're going to pick your hips up off the ground, and you're literally just going to roll side to side on your half foam roller. So there's a little bit of core work going on here, but we're just sort of applying a little bit of our body weight pressure onto the thoracic spine. Then you can let your hips come down, extend your legs out, and let your head come back to the floor. Now, depending on how stuck your thoracic spine is, this may be pretty sensational. It feels good on me, and it might feel good eventually on you if you do it enough. So you can stay here for a few breaths, and then you're going to bend your knees, pick your head up, and just move yourself one vertebrae up higher on your back. Pick your hips up, and then come back to rolling side to side, sort of working out some of the kinks in the muscles and encouraging that thoracic vertebrae to move a little bit. And then let your hips come down. You can let your head come back and let your arms open. My back just cracked as I was doing this a little bit. And then you can bend your knees, pick your head up, scoot yourself down one more vertebrae, come back up, and do some more side to side. And let your hips come to rest, extend your legs, let your head come back. And you'll find that there will be spots where you're really going to kind of feel this more than some other spots. And as we get closer up to the top, you might begin to feel some of the pectoral muscles beginning to experience some different loading. Bend your knees, head in your hands, scoot yourself down again, and roll side to side. Again, you want to judge how it feels in your body. If it creates too much pain, then you're not ready to do it. But if it doesn't create too much pain, then you can go for it. And I'm moving through it fairly quickly. You can stay longer in the back bend portion of it if it feels good to you. So this will be our last one, picking up. So I think we did probably 5 or 6 locations in the thoracic spine, so we're probably getting about 1 to 2 vertebrae each time that we're picking up and rolling. And again, I'm stopping below where my thoracic and cervical spine meet because I don't want to apply pressure there. And then just come back and open your arms, and you can stay. It's a really nice, very gentle back bend, very supported with the foam roller underneath you. That doesn't mean you're not going to feel it, but give it a try and see what you feel. And then when you come back up, you'll notice maybe you could check in with your breathing and just see how it feels to take a nice full breath. I'm much more aware of my back body. I'm more aware of my ribs moving, which is something that we really want to get an optimal breath. So explore it and see what you find.